Hi and Assalamualaikum. I am Muhammad Firas Hamshah.
Hi, Assalamualaikum wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ifafami.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm Martin.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nabil.
So this is our 7th agenda that we will discussing in our presentation today.
I'm going to explain about introduction and definition for HACCP. For introduction is hazard analysis and critical control point. HACCP is a systematic approach to food safety management that identifies, evaluates and control hazard throughout the food production process. Established as a preventive system, HACCP ensures the production of safe and high quality food product by focusing on critical control point where hazard can be effectively managed. By implementing HACCP principle, food businesses can mitigate risks, comply with regulatory requirements and safeguard consumer health. For definition, hazard analysis and critical control point is a systematic preventive approach to food safety from biological, chemical and physical hazard in production process that can cause the finished product to be unsafe and design measurement to reduce these risks to a safe level.
Next, for my part, the 7th principle of HACCP, also called Haccp. The Haccp or Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point is a system designed to prevent food safety issues by avoiding problems before they occur. Let's dive into the 7 key principles that form the foundation of this systematic approach to ensuring food safety.
This is the 7th principle of Haccp. The first one is conduct a hazard analysis. We need to identify where a problem may occur as the risk and plan for prevention. 2. Determine critical control point (CCPs). Determine the key point in the food preparation process where a food hazard can be prevented, eliminated, or reused to a safe level. 3. Set a critical limits. Implement food safety guidelines and establish a measurable or observable parameters that must be achieved to control a hazard. 4. Define monitoring procedure. Assign ownership for tracking compliance metric and keeping records. 5. Implement corrective action. When guidelines are not being observed, take action to correct behavior. 6. Establish verification procedure. Periodically review the system, guidelines and metric to ensure that your HACCP plan works. And the last one, 7. Create a record keeping procedure. Implement procedure for documenting your food safety process, records and perform.
Right now, we move into objective of Haccp. The objective of the Haccp food safety system is to recognize and manage any risks that could arise during the food production process. Through process monitoring and control, the Haccp system aims to prevent possible issues that are known as critical control point, or we call it CCP, that are critical to food safety. Science-based controls are applied by Haccp from raw materials to final product. The benefit that we can get from Haccp is increased customer and consumer confidence, maintain or increase market access, improve control of production process, reduce costs through reduction of product losses and rework, increase focus and ownership of food safety, business liability protection, improve product quality and consistency, simplify inspection primarily because of the record keeping and documentation, and lastly, alignment with another management system.
What step to obtain HACCP certification? First step is training in HACCP principle, and the next, develop a HACCP plan tailored to your business. After that, implement the plan and maintain proper documentation. And the fourth, conduct internal audit to assess compliance and choose an accredited certification body for an external audit. And after that, it is possible to apply for certification HACCP. And the second last is undergo certification audit, and then lastly receive certification HACCP. For the additional information, according to the KKM, the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point HACCP certificate is valid for 3 years.
Next, we will continue to 12th step to HACCP implementation. Firstly, assemble a HACCP team. Meaning of that is form a team which diverse expertise in food safety, production, engineering and quality assurance. For the step 2, describe the product. We have to clearly define product characteristics including composition, physical structure, macrocyclic treatment, packaging, storage condition, and distribution method. After that, we go through to the step number 3, which is identify the intended or expected use. This step explains to us to determine the product, intended consumer, and its expected use to assess potential hazard accurately.
Step 4. Construct a flow diagram. A systematic representation of the sequence of steps involved in the production of the final product is constructed. Typically, this starts with the purchase of raw materials to the customer. Step 5. Validate the flow diagram. Validating that the constructed flow diagram accurately reflects what happened during production. Step 6. Conduct a hazard analysis principle 1. Hazard analysis involves identifying the hazard that may affect the process, identifying the steps where hazards are likely to occur, deciding which hazards are significant, determining the measures necessary to control the hazard.
Determine critical control point. Principle 2. Determine which particular stage of the production process require control measure in order to prevent, eliminate or lower hazard to a manageable level. The identification of this critical control point is essential for efficient hazard control. For step 8, establish critical limit for each CCP. Principle 3. The highest or lowest values that must be reached at each CCP in order to guarantee food safety are known as critical limit. To specify the bound of acceptable control and guarantee that hazards are adequately handled, this limit must be established. For step 9, establish monitoring procedure. Principle 4. To determine and record if the critical control points are under control, establish monitoring protocol. Schedule tests, measurement, and observation are part of monitoring, which make sure that the critical limits are regularly.
For the step number 10, prompt corrective action must be taken when deviation from critical limits happen in order to restore process control. Establish precise timelines, roles, and procedures for carrying out corrective action. After that, for the step number 11, to ascertain whether the hazard plan is appropriately being executed and is successful in controlling hazards, verification techniques are necessary. Verification entails audits, record reviews, and confirming the efficacy of control mechanism. And for the last step, step number 12, throughout the creation and application of the hazard plan, keep accurate and current documentation. Records of hazard analysis, crucial control points, monitoring outcomes, remedial measures, and verification processes are all included in this. Documentation guarantees openness, make audits easier, and offers a history of the plan's performance.